Saludos. Welcome to Piano Sundays, one of the signature events of our Marches Music series at Pregones, Puerto Rican Traveling Theater. Today, we welcome the Oxana Mikhailoff and Vassily Primakov piano duo. Ms. Mikhailoff has performed extensively throughout Russia and Europe. She was a top prize winner in 11 international piano competitions. Vassily Primakov, a graduate of the Juilliard School, he won the prestigious William Petchek Piano Recital Award and the Classical Recording Foundation's Young Artist of the Year. Enjoy.
My name is Oxana Mikhailoff.
And I'm Vassily Primakov. We're both about to play piano for you.
We knew that we're going to be a professional pianist from early start.
Yeah, same. I mean, my mom was a pianist, and I think because I was surrounded by a lot of music in my household, like I really wanted to. So it was something that I chose and wanted to be a musician. To select a piece, it's sort of interesting because it depends on, I guess it depends on what we're preparing for. For example, for playing one piano, four hands, the piece has to be, I guess, something that we both like, we're both interested in. We've always tried as a duo, I think, from the first time we started playing, sort of pushed boundaries a little bit. Like we wanted to kind of challenge ourselves
and play something that maybe not too many people play, but we always think from perspective of what we like, but also at the same time what audience would like as well, because the purpose is to bring it out for people to hear and to appreciate and to like. So we always think about what audience we're playing for and how we can make it entertaining and interesting, educational, enjoyable. We're going to start by playing Mozart Symphony number 40. This is a transcription. Obviously, symphony was written for orchestra, and we're playing a version for one piano, four hands. Probably one of the most known symphonies of Mozart. And we just sight read it once to see how it feels, because not every transcription necessarily works to play on piano, but this one we felt was done very, very well, and that's what we're going to start with.
We've started playing together. I think it's
Like
about 5 years now.
5 years, yeah.
So-
But we always were very, very close friends, and just playing together was very, very natural, and just seemed like, well, of course. Maybe on the day of the concert, we wouldn't play necessarily full force. We would just go slowly over the piece and
Yeah, just
kind of preserve the energy to give all out at the moment of the performance. But we practice clearly. We have to practice individually. I practice in my place and he practices in his place before we get together to even start rehearsing. And then, of course, more time spent together because it needs to be perfected and worked out.
So the second piece will be by Liszt, Franz Liszt, and of course Liszt was very known for being a virtuoso. and all of his music that he wrote was virtuosic in one way or another. And so he has his transcendental etudes. One of them is Mazeppa, and it's a very known piece. We didn't know, however, that Liszt himself created what he calls a symphonic poem,
For piano.
also called Mazeppa, which is a much longer take on the same theme, but it's expanded, and it's written. It's an original composition for one piano, four hands, where you can see Liszt's virtuosity and all its might, so to speak. But it's a great piece to play because, of course, it's written so well pianistically. I think you'll enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. When we play solo concerts, it's one thing, like, what we choose to play ourselves. When we're together, it's probably like a blend of what we can do together and what maybe is something that we can learn and something that we can, I don't know, just achieve like a new kind of level. But mainly we just choose repertoire, as Oksana said, something that we would both enjoy, a little challenging or maybe a lot challenging, and something that would bring joy to people.
To people, yeah. I think it's just we are missing, as all artists miss playing for people and just feeling the audience and being together in the same room. But at the same time, we are grateful that there are opportunities like this, because people out there, they really want to hear music and they miss it a great deal, and all arts, right? So at the same time, I'm missing it, but I am grateful that we can do this, and we cannot wait for everything to be over and see again our audience and play for real public.
So the last piece we're playing is called Blue Danube, and it's composed by Greg Anderson. We went to school together at Juilliard School. He's an amazing pianist, but what's important is that he formed a piano duo with his friend Liz Rowe, and then that propelled him to start composing or transcribing works for either one piano for hands or for two pianos. And he's amazing at it. He takes sometimes like a simple melody, like he takes Strauss waltzes in the piece we're going to play, and he just transforms them into this whole, like, I don't know, whole new thing. It's hard even to explain.
Yeah, it's almost like a choreography of the piano, right? But that's what I think one of his goals was to show, right? To make it impossibly difficult. In fact, he even writes in his score, he says somewhere, right? Please do not change anything, play the way it's written, right?
Yeah.
Wasn't it? So, because they play it themselves, but for other people that are trying like us, playing it, we knew that however impossible it might seem at the piano, we needed to work at that because there's a point in that. That's not by accident that he writes it like that. So that piece is completely different from the two that we played before, and that is visually as well as just the music itself, but visually it's a lot of fun to see, and for us, a lot of fun to play.
Yeah, because the hands get intertwined. Literally sometimes Oksana has to fly through my hands, and
Right.
all sorts of things like that.
This is a message from Carlos. He says, I support Pregones PRTT because Boricua artistic expression was born of the racial, cultural, and linguistic roots which formed us. Hacer arte es hacer patria. Help the young to know themselves. I mean, this is exactly one of the reasons why I love PRTT and Pregones, is because this was the first place I worked when I moved to New York City as a young artist. It's one of the only places in New York where I can explore my artistic side and my culture, and it's a place where both of those things can come together.
I really do feel that the level of integrity in the work, also in the sense of community with front of house and just everybody involved in the Pregones family, makes people feel happy and makes people leave the theater feeling lifted.
It speaks to our current moment here in the world where people need to escape, and I love that this theater provides inspiration and a reminder of our beautiful culture. I feel that it is a place, a sanctuary for artists, Puerto Rican artists, to develop their craft, develop themselves as people, and it provides that for not only Puerto Ricans here in New York City and abroad, but also it provides that for other Latino artists and also artists from the LGBTQ+ community.
We are so proud to be recognized as one of the leading Latinx theater ensembles in the nation. And we're home to more than 20 artists ranging from choreographers, actors, designers, playwrights, who continue to share their stories and their talent on our stages, both in the Bronx and in Manhattan. The support of our donors not only helps to keep the legacy that Miriam Colon set forth here at Pregones Puerto Rican Traveling Theater, but also impacts artists, for instance, in Puerto Rico, where we have been able to institute grants, emergency grants, to artists that were affected by Hurricane Maria, and now most recently by artists who were also affected by the earthquakes in Puerto Rico. Thank you for your support. Thank you for being part of our family.